There has been a lot of that from the Badgers of late. 13 straight regular season games scoring 30 or more points. That ties Penn State's great 93 and 94 teams for the longest streak in Big Ten history. The Badgers have averaged 49.2 points per game during that run. So, Coach, how are they doing it?
Coaches often discuss what's more important, personnel or scheme. I don't think there's a simple answer, but I do know this. If you have both, you're onto something. Let's take a look at Wisconsin's offense because they do have both. Now, let's talk scheme first. This is Wisconsin's offense against Nebraska's defense. On this particular play, Nebraska's defense out-schemes Wisconsin because they have a man in every gap. So in this case, personnel being equal, the defensive scheme wins. Now watch this. Now Wisconsin's going to start to scheme them. 3 blockers on both sides of center. Watch Wisconsin change strength. Now the strength of the formation is to the left. Now the linebackers are trying to figure out where they go and where they're going to fit. Wisconsin's moving the pieces, but they're not done. Again, watch the motion by the tight end. Watch the linebackers moving around. Where do they fit? It's not static. Another change of strength. Now they're back to balance. Watch what happens after the snap. Wisconsin has out-schemed, in this particular case, the Nebraska defense. So there's the crease. So in this case, scheme wins out over personnel. Let's look at 2 examples where personnel wins out over scheme. Now, watch this Nebraska defense. This is textbook defense. This is perfectly played by Nebraska. Number 3, Damian Stafford is free in the hole. He's one-on-one against Monty Ball. It's perfect defense. Except in this case, Monty Ball makes a miss, and personnel wins over scheme. One more example of personnel winning over scheme. Nebraska schemes this protection. The ball's going to be snapped, and you're going to see a free man by Nebraska. They've schemed. They've won the scheme battle. But watch Russell Wilson shift to his right. This is an incredible play by Russell Wilson. He moves, he finds the receiver, and he throws the ball. So it's never a simple answer. It's never always personnel. It's never always scheme. But I do know this. Wisconsin's got one of the best offensive coordinators in the country, Paul Chryst, and Michigan State has one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, Pat Narduzzi. It's going to be a great matchup of coordinators. Set your DVR.
Here is a blitz, and Robinson throws a pick. Intercepted by Isaiah Lewis to the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
Well, the big question this week, as Coach alluded to, is have the Badgers met their match? Michigan State is in the top 7 nationally in all of the defensive stats you see here, giving up less than 11 points per game. The sack numbers over the last 2 games are particularly staggering, 16. That is more than 90 other FBS teams have accumulated all season. C-Mark, can they slow down the Badgers?
Well, what's interesting, Dave, is when you look at Michigan State's offense, it's a good offense, not a great offense. Wisconsin's defense is probably good, not necessarily great. So those 2 cancel out. This game is going to be about Wisconsin's superb offense and Michigan State's superb defense. And what Michigan State has to do is to get pressure. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. It's going to start up front. First of all, Jarrell Worthy may be the best interior tackle in college football, period. Here he swallows up a double team. He's the plug guy. And what happens is it allows Golston to get one-on-one blocking. Here his length at 6'7" helps out because he's able to spin off and get to Denard Robinson. Outstanding take on inside. How about here, Jarrell Worthy? First step, quickness, power. Watch the bull string. He's just going to reestablish the line of scrimmage, push this guy right back in to the quarterback. Keep fighting and get to the edge. Now, Pat Narduzzi, mad scientist, likes to bring pressure. You're going to see it from everywhere this week because they got to get Russell Wilson off the dime. What's great about this blitz? Watch the disguise. One-on-one coverage, right? Got a man there. Outside corner's going to take the back that's going in the flat. Yeah, you would think so. That's what's anticipated, but not so much. How about a corner fire? He brings Adams off the edge. Denard has no clue what's coming at him. Hence, he goes down and gets sacked. This game is going to be about a lot of pressure. How about this one, Coach? You remember this. It's called a double-A blitz. Come in the A gap. It forces the center to make a decision. Which guy does he take? Well, he takes one. Pressure makes you panic. Panic makes you throw an interception. Isaiah Lewis takes it to the house. So when you watch this game, it's going to start in the trenches. The front 4 of Michigan State, they do it as well as anyone in the country.